Welcome back everybody to JJ's Gamings, and we are back in Morimens. And today we are gonna finish Thias' story. We're gonna check it out and see what else happens in her story to finish. I can't leave you guys in that little cliffhanger. But I also wanted to clarify in this video that technically I am speaking from the past, because I do post every Wednesdays and Fridays. So most of these videos that you're seeing actually were taken probably a week before they actually posted. Like this video is being recorded on the 14th and won't be posted till like the 29th or something like that. So technically I am talking to you guys from the past. Let me know how the future's doing. So before we continue, chapter 1 part 14, I know you guys are eager to know more about the story. I wanted to finish Saya's story real fast, but since we're on the topic of events right now too, the Saya event, there is also currently a new event going on that you guys won't find out till later. But Till the Snow Melts rerun. So this has 26 days. So this one I think is to get Halliet. I think that's her name, right? I think that's her name. But same thing like the Saya event, you could get a chance to get elixirs to level up your characters. You could get some free cores by doing the battles. See? These are the battles. And the starting requirement to start the battles is at least level 20. Obviously going to 65 is the highest, so that's where you want to go. And then her thing, proceed. Yeah, we'll proceed anyways. Remember, you could always proceed in these events anyways, even if you're not at the proper quote-unquote chapter and stuff. So yeah, so we could probably do her story in a different video too. But this is going to be her story and then some battles. And during these events too, I learned, like for Saya, eventually, we'll proceed anyways, you do get the character for free. When exactly, I do not know exactly when. We'll see right now when we continue Saya's story. It might be in hard mode, I'm not sure. But you do get a chance to get their character for free. And then probably in another video too, a little sneak peek, Awakener Trials. Remember when they have any new characters going on or events? So Soul Reaper. Oh, Hellet, that's her name, yeah, Hellet Katina. So for her, there's a Awakener trial for her. There's an Awakener trial for Corposcent. And then there's an Awakener trial for Pollux. And these designs are just absolutely amazing. This game has such amazing designs for their characters. And obviously we did Ponto's already, and we did Saya's. So probably in another video I'll go over these three, so you guys can see how they play. But let's get back to business. Let's continue her Saya story. Part 3, let's say. Part 3 of her story, which is love. So let's dive, and we get a free chord. So let's dive right in. So love. The seed searches through text for a definition of love, but no one can quite say what love truly is, only what it is not, until the moment it strikes like a thunderclap without warning. So let's investigate and see what's up. You and Saya each curl into your own corner of the cabin. The night passes in silence. At some point, exhaustion pulls you down into a heavy slumber. It's so cold. I hope tomorrow I can sleep in a real bed. Something settles over you in the dark. A thin blanket has been draped over you. The sky's cleared. Time to head outside. Saya stands in the dandelion field, bathed in morning light. The rain has washed countless seeds loose from their stems. They've fallen onto the crimson-black earth, and some impossibly have already begun to sprout. Born at night, grown in a night. Born in a night, grown in a night. Saya, from the look on your face, did something come to mind? Yes, I once saw a similar sight in the desert of Aram. The land there is blessed by the mother tree. The descendants of her lineage take root wherever they fall, growing with the wind. That sounds nice, doesn't it? But from the way you said it, you don't seem to think so. It's not my place to judge. I'm an outsider in that story. It's just that I think for most people, every stage of life matters. Nefur, for example, he never had a real childhood, never knew what it was to be cared for by a parent. He was thrown into the war against the storm wall before any of that could happen. Saya nods, not quite certain she understands. So for humans, the length of a life matters too? More than that, every experience, every person you meet, they all become part of the memories you carry forward. Those memories layered over time are what make a person who they are. You could even say that humans are vessels for memory. Even after the body is gone, memory continues, passed on, until the last person who holds it forgets. I see. I think I understand. Then, if I die someday, will the memory of today, of being here with you like this, become part of who you are? Yes. In the shadow of Saya's frail smile, you nod firmly. The day passes in exploration and pacing along the boundary. Beyond the dandelion field, the same desolate landscape repeats itself in every direction. Earth is buried under flesh, unrecognizable beneath layers of red and black. Unease takes root in your chest, creeping into your thoughts. You can't force it down. If there's nothing out here, then the core of this domain can only be... Night falls again. Get some rest. I'm feeling a little tired. Good. I'd like to turn in early. The further we can explore tomorrow, the better. With that, you both drift off to sleep. Something wakes you, a sound, or a heart, or a heat. A heat that gets under your skin, as if you are back in the desert. Ooh. Huh? Your head is swimming. You can't tell if it's the eerie scene in front of you or the haze drifting through the air, or the influence of the holy river. What a pity. Wasn't I the one you were hoping for? Thias. The Queen of Aram, Thias, parts the tent flap and draws close without hesitation. Sheer fabric brushes against your arm, light as nothing. Her indentation unmistakable. Wow, she's pretty. Look at the horns. Come, accept the bloodline of Aram. Become one of us. Come closer. Embrace me. Give me your blood, your seed. Firelight flickers in her fervent eyes. A morbid craving paints her flushed cheeks. Just one drop. When our blood and bone finally meld, she will grant us the future we desire. Let us bear progeny for our kind and flourish together in eternal. You drag your reason up from somewhere deep, fighting the pull of her words. The bell that first woke you as a keeper stays silent. And then a different voice cuts through. Why? Why do you keep refusing? She's appeared from a corner of the tent without a sound. Her voice is different from usual. Something heavier lingers beneath her words, something you can't quite name. Reproduction? I think it's a good thing. The purpose of all living things. But why won't you accept it? Why? Why do you keep refusing? Because this has nothing to do with love. This is only temptation. Temptation isn't love. Duty isn't love. Desire isn't love. Love is... The world goes out. Everything falls into a long and lightless dark. A lightless dark. Bam! There you go. Now the next one. Purpose. Every life is born carrying a purpose. They gather energy, claim territory, propagate themselves. This is an instinct that admits no defiance. Investigate. I mean, the free cores are free cores. Grotesque dreams come for you like a tide. Ramona's figure flickers in and out, her voice pulled apart at the seams, rasping like air forced through a broken bellows. You wake with a start. Saya is leaning against the cabin door, coughing softly. Sorry, that wasn't a gentle cough. Saya, your hand. Flesh threaded with black sludge has warmed? I'm gonna say warmed. Through the gaps in the door and wound itself around her wrist. Changes like these aren't what I'm worried about. Something is coming. I can feel it at the edges. Saya frowns, her face taut and pale. You tear the flesh from her wrist and help her to her feet. I want to see the dandelion field. Will you walk with me for a bit? You should be resting. It's fine, really. Saya gently pushes the cabin door open. The world outside floods your vision. The color of the field has changed. The lush greenery of yesterday is now plated in a deep red-black shadow. The sparse blades can't hold their ground, warped and consumed by the decay. Dissolution. You look sad. Yesterday this was a beautiful field of dandelions. Today dissolution has found it, swallowed it whole in a few days. It'll be completely gone. And after enough time, even the memory of it will fade, even from yours. Doesn't that grieve you? Is that how you feel? Do you see it differently? There are always so many different things in this world. And the stronger one seize and plunder from the weaker. That's just how it is, isn't it? No. That's exactly why Mythag exists. We stand between dissolution and everything it would swallow. Lives and memories that may not be powerful, but still carry their own light. And that includes you, Saya. Is that so? She murmurs it to herself. In that case, maybe you're right. You trek through the repeating landscape for what feels like forever, until a silver of something different finally breaks the monotony. Another dandelion patch? Saya has her head down, breathing softly. You can't see her face. This is the cabin we started from. Look over there. You point to the corner of the room, the piece of flesh you'd torn from Saya's wrists and thrown aside this morning. We've been walking in circles. There is nothing in this domain but dissolution. Desolation, sorry. It's just as well. We can rest for a while? She smiles like it's nothing, but her voice frays at the edges, trembling slightly, in a way she can't quite hold back. Saya, your body. I'm just a little tired. Right before your eyes, her knees buckle, she falls straight down, as if everything holding her up has simply given out. Saya! Deep in the night, Saya burns with fever. Following her directions, you build a fire from materials you couldn't name if you tried. If I'd known you were this ill, I never would have let you walk all day. It's alright. I don't think I'm sick because of the walking. Anyway, can we talk for a bit? Of course. What would you like to talk about? This morning, you said you and Mythag want to fight dissolution to protect other people, to protect me. Did you really mean that? Every word. I swore it on the day I was granted the silver key. Your voice comes out steadier than you expected. The moment the words leave your lips, the ceremony surfaces in your mind. The cool weight of the silver key settles into your palm, the solemn gazes of the crowd, the burning resolve in your heart when you close your fingers around it. Saya falls quiet for a moment. The firelight gilds the small curve of her silhouette in a warm amber glow. Then, if one day you lose your power as a keeper, if you become an ordinary person, and could no longer shoulder the duty against dissolution, what would you do? Well, I've already thought about it. You lean back, bracing your hands on the grass behind you, tilting your face up toward the stars. I'd spend the rest of my life with the people I love, quietly, ordinarily. When we're old and gray, too tired to run anymore, we'd sit around the hearth and retell the same silly scrapes from our youth until everyone knows them by heart. Ramona would still be correcting every single name Lord Dexter mispronounced. William would have that same perfectly composed look on his face, holding a book like he's reading while his ears are perked up. Professor Zort would still be clutching her vodka, dragging everyone into song the moment she hits her stride. You turn your head, Saya is watching you quietly. The firelight flickers in her eyes like tiny captured stars. That sounds wonderful. But her voice catches. She looks away, her eyes clouding over, fixed on the void of a dark corner. If you were separated from them, if there was no one left beside you, what would you do then? Did they leave? Or did they never exist to begin with? If you still had the memories of meeting them, of time spent together, but too much time has passed, the memories are in pieces, and you don't even know if they're real. As long as I can still remember, I'll go looking for them. Wherever they are, whatever it takes. There is not a flicker of hesitation in your gaze. If you can't find them. I'd keep looking all the time. I'd keep looking all the same. Down every road, over every mountain, across every sea. Until the search itself saw me through to the last of my days. And when the last moment came, when my eyes finally closed, I think I would find myself whole. for I would have lived with memories worth keeping, and a destination I was bound to reach, no matter the cost. The search itself is the meaning. Silence falls as your words settle. Only the soft rustle of dandelions in the breeze remains. Saya? Saya has closed her eyes. Her face is pale, almost translucent. Your heart tightens. Saya. You lean in and find her breathing is slow and even. Her chest rising and falling in the faintest rhythm, like the tiniest ripple on a still lake. You're just asleep. I'm a little tired too. The relief hits all at once, and with it, the exhaustion of the day and the visual strain of the hellscape finally overcome you. Before the end arrives, this night, too, slips quietly through your fingers. Pure core. Alright, let's keep pushing. So after the rain, every rain will stop. Every dream will end. Take one more breath of the damp air and let the rain's lingering touch stay a little longer. Let's go. No breaks. When you wake, the light has changed. The damp air carries a pristine washed scent. What presses through the gaps in the door is no longer the wind, but a quiet beam of light. It's so quiet outside. The rain. Has it stopped? Saya looks toward the window, her gaze cloudy and unfocused. Sunlight falls into her eyes the way a stone falls into still water, and raises no ripple at all. It has. The words come out rough. How nice to feel the sun. She smiles, reaching out toward where the light falls, like a plant leaning into the sunlight. Will you help me outside? You guide her to sit against the cabin wall. Even the short stretched leaves. Ah, my God, I'm so sorry. Even the short stretch leaves her breath coming in shallow, labored gasps. Wow. Saya, your body. Don't worry about it. I think my time is almost up. You can feel it too, can't you? The barrier blocking our link. It's crumbling. It won't be long before it collapses entirely. When it does, we should be able to establish the link you spoke of. But once the link is formed, Saya may disappear. That barrier is her last shield, and it's only thinning because her strength is failing. Please don't hold back. Having you here with me, being able to talk like this, I'm truly happy. She squints against the light, offering a genuine yet fragile smile. You can hardly bring yourself to look, but you force yourself to carve every detail into your memory. I'll stay with you until the very end. Come on, don't look so heavy. Let's pick up where we left off yesterday. You said that even without your power, even with no one left beside you, you'd keep going. I want to know why. Why? The sunlight after the rain is sharp enough to make your eyes sting with unshed tears. You draw a slow, steady breath. Because I love Ramona. I love everyone at Mythag University. And I know with certainty that they love me too. But you're so far apart. You can't touch each other. You can't confirm what the other feels. And in a world with something like dissolution, How can you be sure the people you miss haven't already forgotten you? Her voice is soft, almost like a dream murmured on the edge of sleep. Dissolution may erase presence, but the silver cores tie Ramona and me together across the sea of the subconsciousness. You look out toward the distance. The horizon, after rain, is impossibly clear. The wind tears a gap through the clouds, and a pillar of golden light pours through, striking the distant ridge. I can feel her presence, even now, even scattered across different worlds. That hasn't changed. Also, She tilts her head slightly. True lovers don't need to stand side by side to feel their bond, or to confirm their love. No matter how many times the world ends and restarts, I will always find Ramona, and she will make the same choice. I just know it. The thoughts and feelings we share in the sea of consciousness will never be severed. Saya stays quiet for a long time. The rain-washed wind drifts through the cabin, brushing across her bloodless cheek. Then she smiles. Such a fierce, unshakable trust. Such a great love. When she says the word love, there is no envy in her voice, no sorrow, no trace of longing. Only profound tenderness. Like a traveler who has walked alone through a long winter's night, and at last glimpses the firelight of dawn on the far edge of the horizon. She may never reach it, but just knowing the light exists is enough. Saya smiles, lost in a trance. Then she reaches out toward you. Saya, hold my hand. Her hand is pale and slender, and trembling slightly. She cannot see you, yet her hand extends unerringly in your direction. As if guided by something older than sight, deeper than language, you reach out and take her hand. And in that instant, your palms meet. A sharp pain explodes behind your eyes. Something far keener than that, searing, incandescent, drives itself like a lightning bolt through your skull, striking straight into the deepest core of your mind. Your vision reels violently. You see damp dandelions glistening in the sunlight, Saya's pale and tranquil profile, the smile curling her cracked lips. And then it all snaps into a universe of flesh. The sky turns blood red. The earth turns blood red. Even the Saya right before you. No! Two worlds flash, overlap, and fuse in your sight. Two rivers that should never have met collide violently at an impossible junction. The link between you and Saya is complete. Pure core. Alright, let's push through. Let's keep going. The next one. So, like a song, like a poem, like a dream. The world is made of sand. Amidst the winds that have swept this desert for ages, you stand adrift looking out over it all. Where is this? No sludge dissolution, no sprawling masses of gore. The landscape here is solitary, pure, and beautiful. Here is my mental landscape, Saya's voice. A fragment of my existence, something irreplaceable, something that should never be forgotten. The sand shifts and rolls, and in the far corner of the desert, two figures emerge. A beautiful girl and a young man. Hand in hand, they walk together across the howling wasteland. She giggles, throws her arms open to embrace the wind. The young man beside her leans in, listening attentively to her every lovely word. The sky is clear, yet tinged with a quiet melancholy. But in their shared silhouette, you catch a glimpse of quiet, unbided joy. Even if there was no one else around, even if they received no understanding or blessing from anyone, their love still. Then the dream cuts off. The world plunges into void black. There was once a singer making her way among the stars. In a barren and desolate universe, she found a silver core lying in the dust. The moment she touched it, I woke. I had lost all memory, but I knew one thing. I had to find that irreplaceable person. I asked the singer if we could travel together, but the request was refused. I am going to find the one who means the world to me, my sister. That was what she said. I hope you find your love as well, Saya. I truly wish you a happy ending. With those words, the singer departed. And so, left without my past, and now without the singer. I carried her blessing with me as I walked alone through this world. To find the one who was once irreplaceable, to piece together what I'd lost. I kept moving forward, believing that what I sought was waiting just ahead. Until at last, I met you. Bam! Alright, pushing forward. Farewell. Bloom, dance, you have resolved that no one matters. No matter how treacherous the road ahead, you will never let go of her hand. And in the moment we part, may the upturned world be painted over with reality. And we're gonna get a new Passe too. Passe? We'll see. Investigate. The world has become normal again. Normal by the standards of your world. Yellow sand smothered in dissolution, sludge stretches into an endless howling expanse. Only the small cabin in the woods is drenched in the raw, fleshy color of innards. And through the link, you sense Saya inside. You know her end is mere heartbeats away. Saya's voice. I believe our souls are linked now, and with that, the barrier will vanish completely. To be able to feel this way in my final moments, I'm content. Thank you. Now, leave this place. Walk out into the sand. At the edge of that sea of dunes, you will be reunited with your past. It's alright. Even when I'm gone from this world, our consciousnesses will remain connected through the silver cores. Before the end, will you let me see your true form? As I am now? Probably better if you don't. After the link just now, a lot of things changed. About that, I had a dream. In the dream, Ramona had become... No matter how many times you've turned it over in your mind, the image still resists words. Your body recoils before your thoughts can catch up. I know. You were terrified. Repulsed. The domain is part of my mental landscape, so I could feel it. I'm truly sorry for what I put you through. No, that's not what I wanted to say. I mean, back then, I didn't know if that thing wrapped in flesh was really her. But now I do. That was the Ramona I know. So I'm not afraid now. The words steady you, your voice gradually grows firmer. Appearance doesn't matter. What matters is only the link between me and my awakeners, the ones that run through the silver cores. I've seen too many things like this be shaken by appearances alone. I have seen a heart of pure gold born from the foulest smear in this world. I have seen love, true, tender love, take root in the most feverish desire for procreation. So, everything falls silent. After a long pause, a smile ripples through the other side of the link, calm and serene. I'm so glad I met you. The domain trembles violently, and you fall into that dream again. Welcome to my Mythag University, Viper JJ. The vicious, guttural sound crawls out of a mass of writhing, rotting flesh. In a world blanketed in gore and sludge, Ramona, slick with fluid, reaches out. Her fingers barely graze your pinky. I will never forget this moment. You whisper softly in your heart. May the silver key light your path. In the midst of flesh and dissolution, you firmly grasp Ramona's hand, staring straight into her hollow eyes and blood-stained form. May the silver key guide us. The radiance of the silver key diffuses across the entire world. A pure white figure surfaces in your mind. It is Saya, smiling. Something like beautiful wings flutters in the mind. Dandelions take flight, scattering in the azure sky. The moment every seed breaks free from the stem, the hazy, dreamlike world recedes into reality. Oh wow. You wake from the dream and all things reveal their true forms. Thank you. You seem to hear a whispered farewell by your ear. Is it an illusion? At some point, a silver core appears in your palm. It is the same core Tinct once found, the one imbued with eternal longing. When the time comes, you will be able to use it to awaken her eternal love. The love of Saya, the Awakener. Finn. Wow. Home for the Wanderer. New Pose found unlocked. For the new world, gain 7 she'll draw 2 skill cards and grant them Perception Warp. Saya gains 1 stack of Genosium. Card displays dissolution, blah blah blah. Oh, okay. And that, my friends, is her story. Probably off camera, I'm gonna try to get 3 stars in this one. And there's a hard mode, and I think in hard mode is when you actually get her as a playable character for free. You unlock her as an Awakener for free. Level 25 though, not there yet. And like I said, oh see, watch. So Erica, Keeper, the story recall function has been activated. To proceed, tap your communicator and call Erica after the tone. Recall? What is that? A temporary archive of your memory records. The story recall function helps you revisit past investigations. Pay attention to the details you missed, connections you didn't see, because humans learn by looking back before you can move forward. And see? So in the story option, it just literally gives you all the story parts. No combat. Like in this one, in easy, there was the memories combat. But you get the memories, but with no combat, just the story. Achievement! Nice. And like I said, that dust you would use here in the Dandelion Garden. And see, we have 750, and we have a chance to get any of these. So, boom! Look at that, we got a core. That's really cool. And we go second tier, I have 800. Boom, disperse. Oh, we got some I forgot what we call those. And bam, look at that. Alright. So we will end it there for now. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for enjoying Thias' story. That was very, very interesting story. You guys should definitely play the event, and definitely try to get these drops before the event's over. But yeah, there's 40 days, so there's plenty of time. So, with that, I will see you guys in the next one.